these recordings passed full diagnostics. No corruption, no tampering, and no malfunction. And yet none of what they captured should be possible. The footage is real. The logs are verified. But in each case, the cameras recorded events that the system itself refuses to acknowledge. 3 separate recordings. Different locations, different cameras, all share the same anomaly. Something was recorded that did not align with physical reality. Recovered file number 088, the service hall anomaly. 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 0 seconds AM. Camera ID, BHALL04. The view shows a sterile service corridor, illuminated by the cold white hum of motion-activated lights. The official system log for this exact moment reads, "No motion detected, still." The fluorescent tubes remain fully active, bathing the empty space in a harsh glare. The only registered sound is the low, monotonous drone of the ventilation system. At 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 28 seconds AM, a silhouette materializes at the left edge of the frame. It's a tall, undefined distortion, a moving void that seems to absorb the surrounding light rather than reflect it. Its movement is unnervingly smooth, gliding forward without any perceptible gait or footfalls. The sensitive microphone channel, calibrated to detect the slightest scuff, registers only the ambient hum. There is no sound synchronized to its advance. According to established security protocols, any motion detected in this restricted corridor is programmed to trigger a silent alarm to the central monitoring station. Security logs for this time period were manually audited. The entry remains unchanged. No event. The figure reaches a locked utility door at 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 34 seconds AM. Access to this door is restricted, requiring a high-clearance keycard. The server that manages all electronic access points was queried for the entire night. The results were absolute. 0 swipe records. No attempts, successful or failed. Suddenly, the footage corrupts. The timestamp flickers erratically as the image dissolves into a block of digital noise, a chaotic mess of greens and purples. The audio channel degrades into a high-frequency scraping sound like data being physically torn apart. The system is failing to process what it is seeing. The image restores at 2 hours, 41 minutes, and 48 seconds AM. 14 seconds of footage are gone, simply missing from the archive. The silhouette has vanished. The utility door remains sealed and locked. A final check of the access logs confirms no entries between midnight and 6 AM. Full system diagnostics were executed on both Comedy Bahalo 4 and the central recording server. The final report was conclusive. No malfunction, no evidence of tampering, and no external signal interference. The missing 14 seconds were flagged in the system architecture as not written. According to the data, those seconds were never recorded because, officially, nothing ever happened to be recorded. Recovered file number 045. The desynchronized man, the location is a subterranean parking garage. Camera ID, CAM03. The time is 11 hours, 58 minutes, and 19 seconds PM. The facility is nearly deserted, with only a handful of vehicles scattered across the concrete floor. A man enters the frame from the right side, an area of the garage with no physical entry points, just a solid concrete wall. He wears dark clothing and a low-brimmed hat that, combined with the harsh overhead lighting and camera angle, effectively obscures his face. As he walks past a parked sedan, a disturbing anomaly becomes visible. His reflection in the car's polished window lags behind his actual movement. The delay is subtle but undeniable, a visual echo of approximately half a second. His reflection turns its head just after he does. This visual discrepancy triggered an automatic system audit. Security analysts cross-referenced footage from all other cameras, those monitoring the entry gates, the elevators, and the stairwell access points. The results were unanimous. No record of the subject entering the facility at any time. He simply appeared on level 3. The subject reaches the pedestrian exit door at 11 hours 58 minutes and 26 seconds p.m. He pushes the door open, walks through, and it closes normally behind him. Everything appears routine except for the fact that he was never there to begin with. A post-incident review of the recording's metadata revealed a more profound issue. While the on-screen timestamp overlay displays the event occurring at 11:58 p.m., the file's embedded metadata entry lists the recording time as 11 hours, 59 minutes, and 13 seconds p.m. This is a 73-second discrepancy that system engineers could not account for. During his walk toward the exit, the footage documents a flickering light event. 4 consecutive frames are missing from the recording. A jump cut is detected in the playback. Between one frame and the next, the subject instantly relocates 2 feet forward, a physical impossibility without the intervening motion. The official file was archived with the classification temporal artifact. Analysts remain unable to explain the subject's origin, his impossible path of movement, or the fundamental conflict in the recording's own time data. Recovered file number 014 Highway Camera Desync. 3 hours 13 minutes and 51 seconds a.m. A remote highway surveillance camera captures a sedan pulling onto the shoulder of an empty stretch of road. The driver does not activate the hazard lights. At 3 hours 14 minutes and 12 seconds a.m., the driver's side door opens and a figure exits the vehicle. They walk a few paces from the car and stand completely motionless, facing the dark tree line that borders the highway. For 30 seconds, the scene is almost a still frame. The only discernible movement is the wind rustling the leaves at the edge of the forest. At precisely 3 hours 14 minutes and 44 seconds a.m., the entire frame is consumed by a sudden, blinding whiteout flash. Simultaneously, the audio feed registers a violent burst of digital static. When the image returns, a fraction of a second later, the driver is no longer present. The car remains, its driver's side door now closed. The shoulder is empty. Here, the anomaly deepens. The on-screen timestamp freezes at 3 hours 14 minutes and 44 seconds a.m. and remains stuck for 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Behind the frozen clock, however, the scene continues to play in real time. Headlights from passing traffic can be seen sweeping across the background. The world moved on, but the camera's own record of time was broken. The file abruptly ends after the timestamp resumes, a termination caused by a server crash. The subsequent diagnostic report, however, contained a chilling contradiction. No recording interruption detected. According to the system, the feed never stopped. Technicians managed to extract a corrupted subframe from the moment of the whiteout flash, containing thermal imaging data. The overlay reveals the driver's heat signature where they stood, but it also reveals a second, much taller heat signature standing just inside the tree line, a figure that was completely invisible in the standard optical footage. No roadside unit or sensor registered its presence. The camera recorded data that had no basis in observable physical reality. Administrators have confirmed that, In all three cases, the hardware was functioning within its specified operational parameters. The cameras logged exactly what they observed. The servers stored exactly what they received. There are no claims of ghosts, no suggestion of supernatural interference. There is only raw, unexplainable recorded data. A final reminder that what cameras see is true, but it is not always the whole truth. Subscribe for more recovered files.